Hey guys, Brad Gilmore here. Want to give a big shout out to our title sponsor, Walker Texas Lawyer. If you or a loved one have been injured in an accident, whether that be a car, truck, motorcycle accident, or some kind of other issue, hit up Walker Texas Lawyer at 713-552-1117 or walkertexaslawyer.com.
Oh, Brad, what have you done now?
Broadcasting live from Houston, Texas, and around the world. TV host, best-selling author, and radio personality Brad Gilmore brings you a collection of conversations with stars from movies.
Matthew McConaughey.
Brad Gilmore.
Mark Wahlberg.
Hey, how are you?
The legendary Mr. Christopher Lloyd. Christopher, how are we doing?
I'm doing good. Great introduction.
Jessica Alba and Lizzie Mathis. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Kevin Costner joins us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Television.
Jimmy Fallon joins us this morning. Jimmy, how you doing, my friend?
Good morning. Thank you so much, Brad, for having me. I appreciate this, bud.
Kelly Ripa.
Brad, thank you for having me.
Comedy.
Jay Leno joins us. Jay, how you doing?
Hey, Brad, what's going on?
Chris Tucker is in the building. Chris Tucker, good morning to you.
Hey, Brad, and good morning to you. How are you?
George Lopez joins us right now. George, how are you doing, sir?
Good morning.
Music.
Lola Monroe.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
The legendary frontman of AC/DC, Brian Johnson, joins us right now. Brian, how you doing?
Good morning, Brad. What lovely to talk. You me funny lad.
Megan Trainor.
Thank you so much, Brad. You're awesome.
Chloe Bailey joins us. I appreciate the time.
Appreciate you.
And more. This is The Collection. Now your host, The Boat.
Brad Gilmore! Yeah, Brad Gilmore with ESPN Radio and CW39 here in Houston. Jonathan, thank you so much for taking the time, guys. Congrats on the series.
Thanks. Thank you. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
Well, look, I'm always fascinated when you take on a property like Robin Hood that is so well known by everybody grows up knowing at least the periphery of what the story is and what it's about. When you start to adapt it for the screen and for the television series, what's step one? Is it trying to find what your entry point is going to be into this series, or like what's the first step?
That's the first step is how are you getting into the story in a way that maybe hasn't been done before. And, Jonathan, how to weigh into it. We've been friends for a while, worked together, and he called me and was pitching this sort of version of Robin Hood that I'd never really heard, very grounded, based on history, but really an origin story of not just Robin Hood, but of the sheriff of Nottingham, and grounded in family and in community. And it was very intriguing to me, and very smart.
Yeah, and Jonathan, whenever you're coming up with this idea, I mean, what is the outline you send to John? Is it just over the phone, or do you type up?
Yeah. I mean, I was reading a lot. I've always been very, very interested in history and the medieval period, particularly. That's one of my passions. I'd worked in the medieval period before, and so Robin Hood dominates that world. If you're always reading in medieval literature, Robin Hood dominates it. But there's a lot of literature, early literature. I mean, there's the Robin Hood that we know from the 20th century, the movie versions, and there's a lot of literature from the 19th century, but there's also a lot more literature even earlier. The literature on Robin Hood actually goes back through the 16th and 15th century, and as early as the 13th century. There's literature that was written in that period about him. And the earlier you go back, it kind of changes, and it becomes a little bit more darker and a little bit more grounded and a little bit more real. And so I was reading a lot of that stuff, and I was very kind of intrigued by it. And then I started talking to John about it. It's not that we were really looking for a Robin Hood show and trying to figure it out, well, how do we do it? It's more that, I had sort of read about this stuff and then started talking to John about it. And then we felt, that's a version of Robin Hood that we've just never seen before. And it's a grounded historical version, a human version, a much more human, believable version where we meet him before he becomes an outlaw. We understand who he was, who his family was, what happened to them, what happens to him, and the world of Nottingham is a kind of more believable, grounded world, and rooted in a particular time in history, 1160, 1170, when Eleanor of Aquitaine was herself a kind of prisoner in England. She'd rebelled against King Henry II, her husband. She was in England. We'd never seen Eleanor in a Robin Hood story, but, incredible character, incredible opportunity to have a big actress. We were, it was wonderful to get Connie Nielsen in that role, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, you know what? Obviously, your passion comes through, and your knowledge of the subject matter comes through. But let me ask you this, John: when you work in this time period, in the medieval time, from a showrunner perspective, and creating this world, challenges and conveniences of working within a period drama or a period series.
The challenges are that I don't have the knowledge that Jonathan has, but that's it's part of a great partnership, right? I mean, so Jonathan is just this wealth of knowledge of this world, and in particular, I think knowledge that isn't common knowledge. I mean, he was going way far back into these sort of the earliest mentions of Robin Hood. So for me, the big challenge for me personally was getting up to speed, and reading. I haven't read nearly as much as Jonathan has read, but I've read a lot of books on this period over the course of the last year and a half. So it was very challenging.
John brought a very classic structure and a discipline in the storytelling, which you need. I mean, you have to, it's a classic story, so it needs that structure, it needs that classic appeal, and and I think that's what what you really brought to it, and John's skill and long career running shows. And I think the combination of all of these things, and we were blessed with an amazing group of people behind us. Lionsgate, MGM,
very supportive.
I mean, it was so incredible to get to make the show at this level with these partners, and then of course people like Sean Bean and Connie Nielsen, and then the newer cast, Jack, Lydia, Lauren, so.
Well, the show is fantastic. Thank you so much, guys, for taking the time to talk to me today. Could talk to you for a lot more, but I really do appreciate it.
Thank you, Brad.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.